A special look at investing in Latin America. Now, my next guest has just unveiled a new 3-year business plan that aims to boost profit margins by focusing on emerging markets, such as Latin America. Joining us now for a CEO sit-down is Tronchetti Provera. He is the chairman of Pirelli. Good to have you with us, Mr. Provera.
Thank you.
Now, explain for people that may not understand the basis of Pirelli. It's a tire company, but it was more than a tire company, and you've been able to, in a sense, break out the pieces of Pirelli. Explain what happened.
In the last 2 years, we started selling the minor stakes in Telecom Italia, Alcatel Submarine. So there were financial investments. And we had 58%. We used to have 58% of a listed real estate company. We spin off the company, giving us a dividend in kind to Pirelli shareholders, and today we are a pure tire company.
All right, so now as a pure tire company, you're faced with a very different set of issues in terms of a strategic plan. Now, in your strategic plan, you say 3 years, you have some very specific goals that you want to meet, but you also said some things that you weren't prepared to do in order to meet the goals, in terms of just spending money, for example. What is the goal?
The goal is to have an old company that is 140 years old, having plants that are not having an age over 10 years. So our plants, our machinery, by 2015 will be having not more than 10 years. So a brand new company, an old brand new company.
So brand new machinery, brand new factories all over the world.
All over the world, from China to Russia, from Mexico to Brazil.
Now let's talk about Latin America and what you're doing there to spend money to upgrade the facilities. Why are you so focused on those markets? Because that's where the growth is?
That's one of the reasons why. We are in Brazil since 80 years ago, in Argentina since 100 years ago. We are #1 player in Latin America. Our brand is known as being the brand more than Coca-Cola. This is a survey that has been done. And so we are profitable, and we want to continue to grow with the country.
Now, one of the challenges, though, is figuring out how much to actually charge and go after market share, because the cost of raw materials, even rubber, has been going up.
Yes, but the tire industry is a special one. It's not only automotive. 75% of our revenues come from the aftermarket, only 25% from original equipment. And for the raw materials, we are able to cope with raw materials, with price increase, mix improvement, and that's the real challenge. So we are the best in terms of mix in the industry, and we continue to improve our mix. That means technology.
All right, now one of the areas that you're applying technology to has to be Formula One racing. After a bit of a hiatus, you are back supporting Formula One all over, and you're using technology to really improve the race performance and also improve the show of racing.
Of course, we do our best. We are all excited after we won the tender. Our people are working hard day and night, and so we are definitely convinced that we will provide to the different teams and to viewers a special Pirelli Grand Prix.
A special Pirelli Grand Prix?
I hope so.
Well, have you seen any resistance from the drivers to any of these new technologies? Because sometimes they get very set in their ways.
No, we tested with a Toyota. As you know, the regulation doesn't allow to test with the existing cars for the Grand Prix, and the result of the drivers were very positive. They were convinced that our tires are okay.
Now, in going after Grand Prix racing, how does that fit in with the strategic goal of producing all of this revenue in emerging markets?
We are focused on high-end premium tires, and we expand our activity from Middle East to China, Latin America. The number of viewers is increasingly coming from these regions. Our brand is very well recognized, but linking technology, Formula One, and brand is a win-win combination.
Mr. Provera, you were speaking a little earlier about the economic possibilities in places like emerging markets. Can you contrast that with what you're seeing in Europe right now?
Europe is still having a need of a dream. So Europe is lacking behind, except Germany, where we see some move mainly related to export. Italy, Spain, France, they are still going around with the same problems. No one moving forward. So let's hope that next year something will happen.
And do you feel that there's something specific that the government should be doing or that the EU itself should be doing?
I think that is an issue that has to be faced by both EU and different governments. They have to simplify life to companies and citizens. There is too much complexity, the fiscal burden is too high, the bureaucracy is too complex. We have to simplify life. It seems easy, but that's the name of the game.
When you look at markets in North America, what do you see?
I see that today even North America is a bit depressed. So people have, let's say, do not have a dream themselves. America is a young country that needs also to look forward positive. Today there is unemployment, lack of competitiveness, so something has to happen in order to rebuild confidence in the future.
Well, during the break you talked about the word trust, and you said that there seems to be a lack of trust. What kinds of moves would you recommend, or could there possibly be, that would make people feel more trustworthy towards each other?
I think that America is a country where entrepreneurship, confidence, they go together. Government has to provide people confidence in the future. So America was always dreaming for a better future. Today seems to be stuck, not knowing what is going to happen. America needs a dream.
Now, is that dream also going to be driven by popularity, let's say, in Formula One? And because, I mean,
it's something in a company like Pirelli. The fact to be back after 20 years in Formula One has created momentum inside that is creating value.
So it's also creating that kind of dream.
Of course.
On a company level.
Yeah,
I want to
it.
thank you very much, Marco Tronchetti Provera, Chairman of Pirelli, sharing your thoughts and your insights into the industry with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.